Welcome back to the channel. Today I'll be showing you how to create some easy text effects using Premiere Pro. So let's jump right into it. I am currently in the assembly window. Now I will drag a video onto the timeline and switch to graphics window as I'll be doing most of the editing work over there. The first effect that we will be creating is background mask. Before you proceed, make sure you have the Essential Graphics panel enabled. Now using the type tool, I will type some text on the video. I'm going to select the text I just typed and in the Essential Graphics panel, change the font to Montserrat and change the font size to 350. I will also change the font weight to semi-bold and the character spacing to 120. And now I'm going to center align the text vertically and horizontally. I'm going to search for the effect track matte key and then drag it on top of my video V1. I'm going to select my video and in the effects control panel under the track matte key effect, I'm going to change the matte value to layer V2 as it has the text I just typed. In the effects panel, I'm going to search for 3D and then drag the basic 3D effect on top of my text. Make sure you're at beginning of the text, then select the text. Then in Effects Control panel, enable toggle animation for distance to image and set the value to 60. Now go to end of the text and change the value for distance to image to -100. Now let's play the video and see how it looks. As you can see, the text is not center aligned, so let's just fix it. I'm going to enable toggle animation for text position and then change position of text at the end. And there we go, our first text effect is ready. Let's move on to our next effect. We are going to do the same. Type some text and then change its font size and all those settings and then center align it. You can also increase text length if you want the effect to be longer. Search for rough in the effects panel and then drag and drop roughen edges effect onto the text. Make sure you're at beginning of the text. Then enable toggle animation on border and set its value to 500. Then move 25 to 30 frames forward and set border value to 0. Now we will move to end of the text and change border value to 500 again. Move 25 to 30 frames back and change border value to 0. You will see 4 keyframes are created, 2 at the beginning and 2 at the end. Repeat the same for opacity. Unlike border, make sure you change opacity between 0 and 100. Select starting keyframes, right-click on them and select Ease Out. Same way, select the end keyframes, right-click on them and select Ease In. Lastly, we will scale text from 70 to 100. And that's it, our second effect is ready. Let's move on to our third effect. Let's type some text using Type tool. I will now change the font size and center align text. I am going to add some additional text below this. You can set font size and letter spacing as per your liking. Search for blur in effects panel and drag and drop Gaussian blur on top of your text. Just like previous effect, we are going to toggle animate Gaussian blur and opacity and create keyframes. Lastly, we are going to scale text from 70 to 100. And our third effect is ready. For our fourth effect, we are going to use the third one and add a line. To add a line, I'm going to use rectangle tool and draw a rectangle. And change its color to white. Also move Gaussian blur to top. Position line between the two texts. In Effects Control panel, search for shape, then expand its scale property and uncheck Uniform Scale. Now we will toggle animate horizontal scale from 0 to 100. And our fourth effect is ready. Now let's move on to our last effect. Just like our last example, we are going to add some text and add a vertical line. Then position the text along the line. Now we are going to scale our shape or the line from 0 to 100. At the beginning of text, toggle animate scale and set it to 0. Move a few frames forward and then set scale to 100. Now expand the text in Effects Control panel and using Pen tool, create a mask around that text. Toggle animate position for text and position it in a way that text is completely hidden. Now move a few frames forward and reposition the text so that it's visible now. Repeat the same for other text items as well. Lastly, toggle animate opacity, just like previous examples. And our last effect is ready. If you find this video useful, don't forget to like, share and subscribe.